Hello everyone and welcome to class. My name is Rachel and this is my channel, The Girl with the Pilates Mat. Today we are doing a 40-minute intermediate Pilates class with the mini band. If you don't have a mini band, you can use a resistance band and just tie it in a loop, but you want a loop today, okay? So let's get started. Come to the end of your mat, and what you're going to do is you're going to put the loop in your hands like so. Can you see? And then you're going to slightly separate, so you're going to press outwards into the band. We're going to activate the shoulders and the arm muscles here. You're going to have your feet hip width apart. Draw those shoulders down, draw your tummy muscles in, and let's take a deep breath in. Breathing out, I want you to take the chin to the chest and think of going forward and down, pressing out on the band, keeping the legs as straight as you're able, down towards the floor. Then you're going to take a deep breath in, breathe out and gather those abdominals back in as you come back up. Standing nice and tall. Let's go again. Deep breath in. Breathing out, chin to the chest. Think of going forward. Weight's going towards the toes. We're just stretching the back of the body, preparing for our class. Inhale. Exhale. Coming all the way back up. Good. One more. Deep breath in. Exhale, chin to the chest, abdominals in, reaching out. Good. Inhale and exhale, coming all the way up. Good. Now I want you to bend your knees as if you were sitting in a chair. Bring your arms all the way up and bring them down. Lift up and down. So still pressing out on your band and down, up and down. So warming up those shoulders, up and down. 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. Good. Take a deep breath in and lift up. Now we're just going to warm up those thighs. So we're going to bend and straighten, bend and straighten. So you're keeping your back nice and upright now. So we're using our postural muscles already to maintain that nice upright spine as we just gently warm up the legs. Good. We're going to go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Well done. Taking a deep breath in, exhale, coming back down, all the way down to the floor. Well done. Now you're going to bend your knees. You're going to turn your hands around and you're going to place them down on the floor. So you've got the width of that band there. Okay, so you're pressing outwards on the band and at the same time reaching out. So just walking out slowly with those hands. All right, we've got our feet down. We're going to try and straighten our legs for a little stretch of those calf muscles and bend. A little stretch and bend. Think a tailbone to the ceiling and down. These are active stretches, so these are very good for just warming up the body for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Well done. Now bend your knees and bring yourself down onto your mat. All right, and we're going to just separate the band into one hand. Come and sit down. Okay, we're going to have the legs out in front of us. And you're going to put that band now around the legs. So just put your feet in. And I can warn you now that these bands can be a little bit mischievous. So you'll hear lots of noises from me, my band, when it moves around. We want it just above the knees. So we're going to go into a lot of glute work now. Okay, and leg work. So hold it there, have your legs together. Use your hands on your knees to get your body, your spine nice and straight. Pull the tummy in, and then let's reach the hands out. Take a breath in, breathing out. We're doing a little roll down. So if you need support, you can hold on to those legs. Otherwise, you're going to come all the way down onto your mat. Hands down. Now pull your feet towards you and then separate those feet. You want them about the width of the outside of your hips today, because we're using this little bit of resistance. You already feel this, I think, in your outer thighs and glutes. Pelvic curl. So take a deep breath in. Breathing out, we're going to pull the tummy muscles in, tilt the pelvis, and then we're going to peel the spine up. So think of knees going forward, ribs, bottom ribs almost glued to the front of your hips. So we're keeping that space small here, but we're trying to stretch out through the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, softening through the sternum, coming down through your spine and onto your mat. Good. And again, deep breath in. Breathing out. So think of gently pressing into the band. Not too hard. You just want to feel that little bit of resistance. Inhale. Exhale, soften through the chest. And bring yourself back down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, engaging the core, so pulling everything in, trying to hold it in as you lift up through that spine. Inhale. Exhale, slowly coming down. Good. Keep going so that we're progressing through the movement slowly so the body has time to warm up, because we will be doing some very challenging movements, but we need to prepare you first. So try not to skip through these movements. You need to do them. 2 to go. Inhale. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale. Exhale, lowering down. Last one, deep breath in. Exhale to tilt. And peeling up. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly lowering down. Well done. Now from there, I want you to do a little tip back of the pelvis. Lift your heels and then lift the legs up. Okay, so from here, we're going to bring our toes together. All right, leave our knees slightly apart. You're going to bring your hands up, interlace your fingers, taking your hands behind your head, and make sure your toes aren't too high like this. You want them down in a tabletop position. You're going to feel that more on your glute muscles, okay? Elbows in your peripheral vision. We're going to take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to pull the tummy muscles in, nod the chin, lift the head, and try and open those knees wider whilst bringing your chest up. Inhale to hold. Exhale, slowly come down and just release that resistance on the band. So knees start about a fist width apart. You're going to take a breath in. Exhale, nodding the chin, lifting the chest and opening those knees as wide as you can, keeping your toes together. coming up as high as you can, whilst flattening the abdominals in, so you're pulling them in. Inhale, exhale to come back down. So quite a lot to think about. Deep breath in, exhale, nod the chin, support your head, lift up, open the band, and at the same time pull that tummy right down towards the spine. Inhale, exhale, coming that down. We've got 3 more. Deep breath in, exhale to lift, inhale to hold, exhale to lower. Deep breath in, exhale to lift, inhale to hold, exhale to lower. Last one, deep breath in, exhale to lift, inhale to hold, and exhale to lower. Very good. Now bring your arms down by your side. Bring your feet and your knees slightly apart. Okay? And then from there, we're going to take a breath in and we're going to exhale. We're going to reach our right toe down, keeping the left leg still. And inhale, bring it back up. So we're creating the resistance by keeping this left leg still as the right reaches away. And up. Don't worry if your band starts to move. You can just adjust it as you need to. Exhale, lower and lift, lower and lift and lower and lift. Now remember, don't let your back arch. Keep pulling in on those abdominals. Keep flattening down on that lower back. Other leg, left leg. Reach it out and down. Right leg nice and still. And down. Lift and down. Good. 2, 1. Well done. Bring your toes together. Bring your hands up. Interlace your fingers. Take your hands back behind your head. Lower those toes down again, so we're in a tabletop position. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, coming up. And now we're going to do a little rotation. So you're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to exhale, rotating to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotating left and center. Right and center. Left and center. 4, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Come back to center. Stay there. Widen those knees, toes touching. And now you're going to reach your right toe down. So we're in a turned out position and bring it back up. Left side down and lift it up. So we exhale, lower, inhale, up. Exhale, lower, inhale, up. So we're exhaling as we lower to encourage our back not to arch, because we're pulling our abdominals in. We're creating that stability in the pelvis. Good. 4 to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Take a deep breath in. Try and lift a little higher. And exhale down. I'm sure you can feel that. So we're going to take the band off the legs now. And have a little rest for a moment. So you can take the band in the hands. Just as we did at the beginning. Okay, like so. And have those hands up in the air and a gentle pressing out. So you're not forcing anything, you're just creating a little bit of resistance there. All right, let's bring our legs back to tabletop and let's do a little spine twist. Okay, so we're going to take our knees to the right and our arms to the left. The more you press out on the band, the more support that will give you. It helps to steady you. And then exhale to come back other way. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale. So arms and knees going in opposite directions. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Try not to let your wrists bend. Good. Last one. Well done. Take the right leg down. Take the left leg down. And then just staying in that neutral position, let's reach the arms overhead and bring them up. Inhale and exhale. So this is work for the upper back muscles. Good. And up. 4, 4. Think of this as a little rest for the abdominals. And 2. And 1. Well done. Now from here, we're going to bring our feet together. We're going to attempt to roll up with the band here. So you're going to reach those arms overhead. We're going to inhale, moving the arms, follow through with the chest, and then reaching up and out. Can you see? So I'm trying to really reach out, stretching that back. Now, those of you comfortable doing a roll up with the legs straight, you can straighten the legs now. Keep pressing out on the band. Take a breath in and exhale, coming down. Arms overhead. Inhale. Arms, head and chest lift. Exhale. That's when we come up into our lovely chest lift position. Roll up position. So our arms are in line with our shoulders. We're drawing the abdominals in. You're going to inhale there. Exhale, coming back. Arms overhead. Inhale. Tuck your chin slightly just to prevent any strain on the neck. Lifting up. Good. Inhale. Exhale, coming down. We go slow because it makes those muscles work a lot harder. Keep pressing out on that band. Keep the elbows straight. Inhale. Exhale. Now this time I want you to reach forward, forward, forward into a nice stretch and then restack the spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming down. Arms overhead. Inhale, moving the arms, head and chest. Exhale, lifting up. Big stretch. Big, 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 big. Go on, reach forward. That's it. And up, last one. Exhale, coming down. Arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, coming up and over. Big stretch. Well done. And lifting up. Wonderful. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to wiggle back slightly. And I'm going to ask you to have your feet apart, about the width of your mat. We're going to do the spine stretch. Okay, so you're sitting up nice and tall. Band is in the same place. So in the arms, you want the inside of your elbows pointing inwards. You want to be pressing out on the band, creating that resistance. So you can feel it here in the arms. You can probably see it on my arms there. All right, now think of your arms staying on the same line with this. All right, but rather than doing this, which is a reach forward, we want to articulate the spine. All right, which means we're curling down. So take a breath in, breathing out. Let's take the chin to the chest. Try and keep your pelvis still, but at the same time, rounding your spine forward and forward and reaching out with those arms, but still pulling in with the abdominals, going as low as you can. Take a breath in, breathe out, and slowly come back up. So we're going to do one more like that, then I'm going to add something. So take a deep breath in, exhale, chin to the chest, pulling in, closing those ribs, trying to stop your pelvis moving at this point. So we're really using our back extensors, our abdominals. And then at the end, you can go into that full stretch. Inhale, exhale slowly, coming back up. All right, let's try something new. Take a breath in, exhale, chin to the chest, going down. So we're doing the same beginning, coming down into your stretch. But now I want you to try and slide your hands forward, lift your arms up and come into a lovely straight back diagonal line. So you've got to still close those ribs. Think of really sitting down on your sit bones. And now you're going to reach your arms back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back down to the floor. Deep breath in and exhale. Slowly coming up. We're going to try that again. Deep breath in. Exhale, chin to the chest. Rounding down. You'll be feeling this in your back muscles. They should be getting lovely and warm now. Now lift the arms up, reach out. Find that straight back, that flat back on a diagonal line. Now take your arms back. You're trying to get them back past your ears for 10. For 9, for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Inhale and exhale, coming all the way back up. We're going to do it one more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, chin to the chest. Coming down. I have to say I really love this exercise. I can really feel the muscles on the middle of my back working, lifting up and out. Good. Hold it there. Here we go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. And unravel that spine all the way back up. Well done, everyone. That's hard work, isn't it, on the back? All right, let's get the band now. And you're going to put it around your feet. Okay, so it's around the middle of the foot. We'll have the knees bent, holding onto the back of those legs, drawing those shoulders down. Take a breath in. Breathe out, pull the tummy muscles in, and you're going to come all the way down. And as you do, bring your feet in and up to your tabletop position. So you're getting a little bit of rest for the back, but we're going to keep going with the core, with the legs. All right, so we're going to do our single leg stretch, but we're going to keep the head down to start with. Okay, so arms by your side. Try and find that tabletop, but keep your feet flexed because we're going to move in those feet. So you're going to take a breath in, breathe out and reach that right foot out whilst resisting it with the left and come back. We're going to stay on the right. So try and feel that resistance. You're pushing with the right, you're pulling with the left, but the left doesn't move. So it's not moving forward or back. You're trying to keep it as still as you can. 4, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Let's try the left now. So resisting with the right. So this is working all the muscles on the back of the leg, particularly the glutes. So trying to maintain that stillness with the right leg. It's very challenging. Good. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Coming back. Now let's interlace those fingers. Let's make it a bit more challenging, shall we? Let's drop those heels down and let's lift that head and chest up. So now the traditional Pilates single leg stretch. You're going to reach your left leg forward and switch the right. Each time pressing into the band. Now watch your legs. Try not to let them wander out or in. So keep them in line with the hips. That's the challenge. That's the Pilates way. We're working on our alignment at all times for muscular balance. Good. And out. For 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Now try and come a little bit higher with the chest. And let's rotate towards the right knee. Take a breath in. Exhale, rotate towards the left. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Very good. Keep going, really concentrating on what's going on with those feet. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Bring those knees in. Well done. And just hug those knees to your chest. Good, good, good. From there, let's bring that band back up and above the knees. All right, so above the knees, excuse the squeaking of the band. And then from there, you're just going to roll onto your side. Okay, facing me. So you want the band above the knee, not on any bone, but just on the side of the thigh. All right, and you want your feet in line with your bottom. And your knees are a sort of 45-degree angle to your body. If that's tricky to find, the way I line myself up, so I put my feet on the back edge of the mat, and then I line my spine up, or the side of my body with the back of the mat there, okay? So here we go, we're going to do the clamshell. Keep the feet together and lift up and down. Remember, we don't want to be collapsing here, so you want to feel that little bit of lift from your waist muscles and down. Good. Open and down. So nice and relaxed in your shoulders, focusing your mind to all around the hips and the glutes. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. One more. Lift and lower. Okay, let's take it up a level. So we're going to bring the feet up in the air. Okay, your pelvis is going to roll forward with this. So you want to try and draw it back using your waist muscles. Okay, so you can feel them really working there to hold that position. And now we're going to do the same thing. You'll go a little wider, press into that band and down. Good. And down. And down. So really press into that band. Find that resistance. Good. Lift and lower. And don't worry if it's burning. I'm going to stretch everything out for you at the end of the session. Good. And down. Lift. Oh, starting to shake myself now. And open and down. Open and down. One more. Open and down. Bring those feet down and reach your top leg out. Okay, pointing the toe. Finding again that nice position on the pelvis so you're not rolling forward or back. You've got that little space under your waist, and then we're going to lift, flex, point, and lower. 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 Last one. Lift, flex, point, and lower. Well done. Bring those legs in and then come on up and just swivel over to the other side. Lining yourself back up. Okay, so tummies in, lifting through that underneath waistline into your clamshell. Good. And down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Good. Keep going. I know this is quite challenging, but we can do this. Let's just keep going. It's good to be challenged. 2, 1. Well done. Now we're lifting those feet up, and then before we start this hip, use your waist muscles to bring it back. And now we're going to do a lift and lower. Lift that knee and down. Up and down. Good. You're trying to keep as stable as you can. That's it. 5 more. 4, 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Well done. You're going to bring the feet down. Reach your top leg out. Point the toes. Now think of reaching and getting that little stretch, so we are working under here as well, lifting the waist. You're going to lift, flex the foot, point the toes and down. Lift, flex, point and down. Lift, flex, point and down. Lift, flex, point. Just 2 more. Lift, flex, point and down, and lift, flex, point and down. Well done. Bring those knees in. Come on up. I want to try and squeeze in 2 more exercises before we do our stretch, because I love Pilates and I love the fact that I'm still doing this at 60. I want to do the rollover, so you're going to put the band around your feet. Okay? You're going to bring yourself down to the floor. I'm going to show you an option if you don't want to do the full exercise. So let me give you the option first. So you bring the legs up. If you don't want to do the full exercise, you can exhale and just lift the tailbone off the floor. So that's a lift like so, okay? You want to try the full exercise, you're going to reach the legs out, okay? Toes are pointed, abdominals in. You're going to inhale to 90 degrees, exhale to roll over. You're then going to flex the feet, pressing out into the band, and lower the legs down for a stretch to wherever you can reach. You want to feel the weight on your top of your back, not your neck. Then you're going to roll down, pressing out on that band. And reach those legs away, pointing the toes, making sure your back isn't arching. Inhale to 90 degrees. Exhale to roll over, flex the feet, press out on the band, and lower. Inhale there. Exhale, slowly. Coming down, pointing the toes. Just 1 more. Inhale to 90. Exhale over, flexing the feet, taking them down. Inhale, Exhale, press those legs out as you roll back down. Well done. Bending your knees and just bringing yourself all the way up to sitting. Let's take the band off the feet. And we're going to do back extension. So we're going to have the band around our hands. All right, you're going to be lying on your fronts. In fact, let me go this way. Okay. So feet slightly apart, pressing the band outwards, and think of having your head floating above the mat, but your eye line is not forward like this. You want to think lovely long neck, no creases on the back of the neck. Press your arms apart slightly, as much as you're able to hold, and just float both legs up and bring them down. Up and down. Up and down. Good. Up and down. Up and down. Now take a breath in. Breathe out. Pull your tummy in away from the mat and try and have a little bit more lift in the back. So you're going into a back extension. You can feel the bottom of your ribs on the mat, but your upper spine is sort of curling up. Now you're going to try and lift your arms up and down. Lift up and down. Lift up and down. Press out on the band as you lift and lower and lift and lower. Now last 5, we're going to do legs and arms together. Okay, so start by pulling in on that tummy. You're going to try and hold the tummy muscles in. Don't hold your breath though. So keep breathing, but pull the tummy muscles in. And now we're going to lift and lower. Press out on the band. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Well done. Now you can pop that band off to one side. Hands coming up. Bring yourself up. And let's go into our little cat stretch. So take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Draw the abdominals in. Inhale. Exhale back the other way. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale back the other way. Last one. Deep breath in. Exhale. And back the other way. Now walk to the front of your mat. We're not quite finished. We're going to do a few stretches before we end today. So reach your right leg out. Really tuck the toes under so you can feel that calf stretch. Pull your abdominals in. Now think of pressing the floor away so you can safely lift that left leg up. Good. From there, we're going to hinge up. So tailbone to the ceiling. Big, big stretch of the shoulders. And then when you come down, I want you to bring your right foot forward. All right, and you're going to lift yourself up. Bring your arms up in the air and just find that stretch through that left hip. Take the arms out to the side, fold your body forward, hands beside the foot, and then I want you to try and straighten that front leg and flex the foot. So now we've got a stretch of that front leg, all right, but also the back calf muscle. The back foot, the left heel's dropping down towards the mat, right toes drawing towards your face. Good. Right foot goes down, left knee goes down. Relax the left foot. Now take that right foot across so it's in front of the left knee and open the knee out to the side. So we're into our hip stretch now. Now you can stay here, you can bring the foot closer towards you to make it easier. All right, and just finding that nice stretch there through the hip. Try not to let the head collapse. So think of drawing your shoulders back and down. Now, I want you to try and sit onto your right hip. Bring the left foot around and over for a little stretch. All right, so left foot is over the right knee, hand around. And then you're going to reach up and rotate to look behind you. Good. Bring those feet around and come back. So we're going to do it all on the other side. So we've got our left leg back first. Press the floor away, right foot. Lift the hips to the ceiling. Little stretch there. And then as you come down, bring the left leg forward. Bring the hands up onto the knee. Lifting up, whoops. Arms in the air if you wish. Arms out to the side, fold the body forward, lift the hips to the ceiling, flex that left foot, drop the right heel down, and find that stretch. If you want, you can try and lift the back slightly as well, increasing that stretch. Well done. Coming forward, right knee goes down. Relax the right foot, left foot across, so it's in line with the right knee. And then left knee out to the side for our stretch of the hip. Sit onto your left hip, wrap your right leg around wherever you can reach. Okay, taking it over the knee if you wish. Arm around, lifting up, finding that stretch. Well done. And there you go. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me today. So that was our 40-minute Intermediate Pilates with the mini band. I really hope you enjoyed the class. I know it was a challenging one, so well done for doing it. Honestly, that is the best thing. You turned up today, you did your class, so be very proud of that. All right, so thank you very much for joining me. Do press that like button. Do subscribe if you're not already. And take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. If you'd like to support me and this channel, then you can buy me a virtual cup of coffee on Ko-fi. See all the details down below in the description box.